Thank you, everybody. Well, it's always an exciting time when you get to welcome new players to the club, and I'm very excited to be able to welcome these two boys to Grindavik now the window is opened. They have been signed for a little while, so, you know, they anticipate... Sorry, I thought I turned this thing off. Hello, Mr. Chairman. Yeah, I'm just in a press conference. I can't cancel, I've already started. You've reduced it again.
Syngur saman til sigurskrópum áfram Grindavik. Og ég veit, við fagnum gerir dag.
Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Grindavik on the Impossible Dream. It is Season 2, Episode 4 today. We have the Cup Quarter-Final against IBV. Then we play Volsungur, bottom of the league, away from home, which just has banana skin written all over it. But hopefully we're not going to slip on it. But we start again in the finances, and that is because the chairman has once again reduced our wage budget. We are down to just under, 8 grand a week. That's, what's that, a third of our wage budget? So we had, so it was 12.5 grand a week, I think we had at the start of the season. So he's taken another 2 grand a week off it, give or take, and we are just so far over our wage budget. I don't know what to do. And we can't really do anything until the end of the season because nobody wants to leave. I've been offering players out, and, well, we've signed 2 as well. And obviously, we knew these guys were coming in. We've got the goalkeeper who's on loan for nothing, so that's absolutely fine. Now, unfortunately, we've kind of got him here now, and Zivkovic is kind of stuck here as well because he's already signed a contract to leave at the end of his contract with us. So we've kind of got too many goalkeepers just now. And, of course, we've got our Vietnamese midfielder in who's only on £110 a week. And, again, he's quite good. But, yeah, well... We'll just see how he goes this year. You can see, where was it? It was actually on, once the window opened, was when the board, here it is here, reduced the wage budget. So, yeah, it is what it is. There's not much we can do about it, but I've offered players out. I've offered them mutual termination. I've offered them out to leave on loan. I've been trying to organise, because we're in July right now, so this is when the rest of Europe, I suppose, is the bigger European leagues are in their pre-season. So I've been trying to organise a friendly tournament, because I forget who it was, sorry, but told me you can get TV money if you have a big friendly tournament. But to show you the problem that we have, if we go into organising and we go to a league, which is, I think, what it has to be. Now, we need 3 consecutive days, as you can see there, to have a league. We can't do it. We can't do it till we get down here in September, at which point all the leagues have started. We can get sort of Canadian Premier League sides are the biggest that we can get. So I don't really want to risk that, to be honest. And at that point, it's getting to the business end of our season anyway, and... Again, we might have a cup final in there or something. That's hopefully we'll have a cup final in there. So it just feels like we're stuck right now. But on the good news, if we have an update of the dynamics, it is going very well on this front. Everything is on the up. We do have a couple of unhappy players, but that's all fine. The hierarchy is looking okay, but still, I mean, very few players support me, which I've got to be honest, I find a little bit surprising. We are doing fairly well, so yeah, I find that annoying, but the captain and vice captain support me, so that's something. Social groups, we're splintering a little bit, but we have made a lot of signings, a lot of turnover in the squad, so hopefully if we can sort of get to the point where that sort of stays more few in, few out, rather than sort of the mass changes we have had, then that'll come together. But with not being able to renew contracts, I just fear that I don't know what's going to happen, to be honest. But anyway, there's one game to catch you up on. Let's not be too doom and gloom. We are doing very well. And we had a game in the league against Vestry. We took an early lead when Shiva played in Thaskapong. Magoma put us 2-0 up at half-time, and then added a third in the second half. Vestry pulled one back late on, and then got a second moments later. Thankfully, though, we were able to hold on. I was panicking, I've got to be honest, because I'd made some subs at that point as well. We brought on, Hemmer and Ostman to try and Halfperson to give Binaku a rest as well. Tale of 2 centre-backs. Antonsen, horrible. Magoma, 2 goals, absolutely brilliant. So, yeah, it could have gone very wrong late on there, but thankfully it didn't. And if we look at the league table, you will see we are currently second. We're joint top, second on goal difference, but crucially, we have a game in hand now. Volsungur, who had the 2 games in hand, you can see there that they've lost to Vestry and drawn Magni, so they've lost that advantage now. So we are looking decent to be able to go on and win the league, I've got to say. But we are all about cup football for this first one. If we can win this, we're into the semi-finals, and we are 2 games away from Europe. So let's have a look and see what we're doing here. We are at home as well, which is good. We're expecting a 4-2-3-1 out of IBV, and this is the team we're sending out. Zivkovic in goal, Binaku, Adel Steinson, Magoma, and Shiba is the back 4. It is Sayes, it is Maya and Litzen in midfield, Ndongala and Moa. Saskafong goes up front. Johnson is back from injury, so he's on the bench for this one. And one player that I've kind of given up on is Runatson, because we promised him first team football. I can't give it to him because he's not as good as Shiba, and we just need to keep winning. So that's just not going to happen, unfortunately. The 2 new boys are on the bench, and well, we'll see how they get on. I'll try and give them, well, particularly our Vietnamese man, I'll try and give him some game time, but we've just got to make sure we're winning the game first. Okay, so we can see the team sheets there. It looks like there's a few names I don't recognize in their lineup. We have played them a fairly few times recently. We're just going to go out there and relax, and the result will come. The friendly, we did have the friendly with the trialists. None of the trialists are particularly upgrades on what we have, and even then, it's still wages that we can't really afford. It's really frustrating just now because there's obviously a lot of players coming off contract again in the bigger European leagues, and there's some good players that would have been attainable for us, on sort of 200, maybe £300 a week. And we can't. The most we can offer is 110. So, yeah, I'm assuming that if we go on and win the league, or get promoted, even if we don't win the league, if we win the cup, surely they'll give me a new contract. I'm getting to the point now where I'm thinking we're going to have to be a selling club. That goes without saying, but I'm thinking almost like just sign young players that we play. I see the problem is that we're only part-time, so developing them is going to be very difficult. There's a good ball for Saskafong. He's got another one. 10th of the season. Moha with the through ball. And it is 1-0 in the 11th minute. Excellent start to the game, and a good goal as well. Moa gets it ahead, and Saskafong, who is in great goal-scoring form as he heads back home to Thailand, which is a bit of a shame. But that's okay. If he can bang in the goals for the rest of the season, then we'll wish him well. And off he can go. But yeah, I just think we're going to have to try and sign players that we can sell. I'm hoping that if we do find ourselves getting promoted, the players' value will go up a little bit, and then hopefully, yeah, we can try and sell to... But the thing is, I don't know who we're going to sell to. Maybe like Sweden and Norway, Denmark. I don't know. I'm assuming they'll take Icelandic players. Binaku just over the top. Yeah, so I don't know. And it's getting to the point too where I don't think anybody is going to be safe. The likes of Maya and Sayas, they are brilliant, and I really, really don't want to lose them. But they are on 600 or so pounds a week, all of them. And we just can't afford that. If our total wage budget has been cut to, here we go again with Binaku. We're playing some nice stuff here. It's the edge of the area for Shiba, down for Ndongala. What a first touch! And Saskafong, if he's onside, which he is, has doubled our lead. And the build-up play to that one was a little bit special. That first touch from Ndongala to get round his man. But we were pinging it around beautifully, chipped it in there. Shiba down to, look at this, Ndongala takes it round his man, gets himself the space. Goalkeeper, he probably should have done a little bit better with the initial shot, but having got himself in the position to parry it, well, it just fell straight to Saskafong, didn't it? And that is 2-0 now. And we are looking in a strong position here to go on and get ourselves into the last 4 of this Icelandic Cup. I can't call it by its actual name. I'll hurt myself. So there we go. Very, very comfortable indeed. 2-0 up. What we've got to say here, of course, is don't get complacent. We've done the hard work now. Now we just need to make sure that we finish the job. And Saskafong, mate, if you can go out there, he's confused. Just put the ball in the net, get a hat-trick, and you won't be confused anymore. Litzen is looking a little tired. If we can get another one, then we'll definitely be bringing on our Vietnamese man. We might do it anyway, because Litzen isn't having a great game and is looking a little tired anyway. So we'll make that change. I haven't registered him in the league squad as of yet. We're going to have to take out someone who obviously isn't a club. The ideal man to take out would be Hammer, because they're going to play similar places on the field. But the issue is that Hammer is club trained, so I couldn't actually add him in anyway by taking Hammer out. Here we go, Saskafong for the hat-trick. Saskafong, oh, unselfish, and Ndongala has missed it. To be fair to Ndongala, I feel like Saskafong took a decent chance and made it more difficult, but anyway, we're still 2-0 up. We don't want to make this a nervous finish. Let's just go back to positive. And can Sheba win that? He can. Ndongala can't keep possession for us. And there is a long-range effort that flashes over the top. And let's just keep praising them for now. They are having a few shots. We've had 66% possession. It's more or less been domination. And we're just, I feel like, running down the clock at this point. Let's tell them to focus. We don't want a nervous finish. We don't get a nervous finish. We're into the final 4 of the cup. Saskafong at the double. Everybody played well, though. And, well, 2 games we are from Europe now. That is very, very nice. And another Premiership side bites the dust. Starjanen have beaten Grotta, so that's nice as well. Although Starjanen are a decent team, so we don't want to get too carried away there. We've had a bid come in for a goalkeeper. I don't want to lose him for nothing because we're not paying him anything. How are we not paying him anything? I mean, that seems like slavery, doesn't it? Anyway, we'll reject it. I think he's club trained as well. And we can see now all these guys that are coming in that we could have signed. I mean, what a signing he would have been next to Magoma. 16 pace. Can't afford it. So it's just frustrating. It really, really is. But anyway, we're through to the next round in the cup. And wait right there. And we will be back to face bottom of the league in the league. And we could send ourselves just top. We could just go top. Nobody else around us. Okay, welcome back. Now, we have got our semi-final draw. It is against Volsungur, who are top of our division right now. So it is the toughest draw we could have got, except that there's no Premiership teams left in it. So it's an all-second-tier cup final that's going to be coming up. And let's hope that it's going to be us against either HK or Starjanen. But we'll find out next episode, won't we? So that is very exciting. And it's at the National Stadium as well. So I'm hoping we get, I think 15,000 is the capacity. I'm hoping we get a sellout, half of that money. And, well, that'll be huge for the finances if we can. I mean, it won't be huge. It'll just take a little bit off the damage. But anyway, we're facing Volsungur now, who are bottom of the division. A 4-2-3-1 we are expecting from them. And this is the team that we are sending out. It is Zivkovic in goal, Binaku, Adel Steinsen, Magoma, and Shiba. You can see light match loads. We've basically had a week off, which is huge. So that's excellent. Sayas, Helgeson, and the new man, High, are going to go in midfield. The reason for that, Sayas, Maya and Litzen are all booking away from suspension. I feel like we can take a risk, perhaps, against a team that is currently bottom of the division. So that's why we're putting these 2 in. Ndongala and Moa are the wingers. Saskafong continues up front. I mean, just to continue that thought, what we don't want is all 3 of them suspended at once, basically. So that's the reasons behind that. Magoma is also a booking away. All right, so we can see the team sheets there. If you recognise any names, let me know. Let me know in the comments. And well, what are we saying here? Let's just go out there. The result will come. It's one of these where, like I said at the top, it is a little bit of a banana skin. We just want to make sure we don't slip on it. And of course, I've made sure that that's more of a possibility by not picking our strongest side. But I do think it's a calculated risk, and they are on the bench. So if we have to bring them on, we can. Look at that recent form. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. And yeah, I mean, the fact that the schedule's slowing down a little bit for us now as well is no doubt going to help. You can see we have 2 games in hand on top, a game in hand on HK, and they're still joint with them. So this on that front as well is just a mass. Is anybody at this stadium? I mean, on that front, this is a massive game as well, just because we could, really put a stranglehold on our chances of promotion. Now, of course, we're only halfway through the season, so we don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves here. And although we are halfway through the season, if you do have any thoughts on your Viewers Player of the Year, we'll start accepting nominations. Binaku is forward, and he's put it over the bar. Yeah, because it's only a 22 leagues game season, so we will start, and once the cup finals or semi-final final, you know, say that's 2 episodes, maybe another one in there if it's getting close at the end of the league season. So, you know, we're gonna fly through seasons, I think, until we Saskafon can't quite find the back of the net, until we get to sort of European football, if we are to get there. Magoma picks up a ball forward. Sayas, it's there for Helgason. Helgason, if you're wondering, is club trained. That's why he is stuck around for so long. He's a useful player. He's going to do something stupid now, isn't he? But the only thing really lacking, mentally he's quite good. It's pace that is the thing that holds him back. But that's just kind of is what it is. Moa gets past one. Can Moa deliver a ball into the box now? He checks back for Sayas. Sayas has got space through the middle. Helgason. He goes back to Magoma, to Helgason. Helgason for Endongala. Endongala finds the back of the net. Only a 3rd goal of the season for him. But a really, really worked goal. We just sort of picked them around, moved them around. And then eventually, it's Helgason, is it? Yeah, slides the ball in. And yeah, just between the 2 defenders, the centre-back and the full-back. He probably could have squared that to Saskafong as well if he was feeling generous. But no need to do that when you're through on goal. And that is 1-0. So, I mean, 64% possession now. It's taking the usual form of a Grindavik game. Ideally, we could get a 2nd goal here before half-time. No, never mind. It is now half-time. So, I mean, it's a don't get complacent sort of game, isn't it? It's going well. Why are you stressed, Saskafong? You're doing fine, mate. Let's just say we have faith. Hopefully that'll fix up. No. Endongala is looking anxious. That's a bit of a strange one. We do have Oscarson on the bench, so we can always make that change if needed. And we've got some defending to do early on here. Endongala can't quite stop the cross. Ivkovic is there, punches it clear. And can we go and get them on the break now? Saskafong brings it down. Saskafong to Moa. We could get them on the break here, you know. We've got players getting forward. Can Moa find one of them? Saskafong in the middle. Oh, it's blocked and over. Good defending, to be fair to them. We'll give them some praise, and let's see if we can, from the corner, find Big Magoma at the near post. We go beyond him to the back post. It is headed away. And that ends that particular highlight. Saskafong not having a great day up there. We've got Jonsson coming back from injury, so we'll make that change. We'll praise again. They're looking frustrated now, which isn't great. It's got the feel of a banana skin, doesn't it, this one? It really, really does. And is this us slipping? There it is. Macaulay Bonnet has got the ball into the back of the net. Let's get Litson on for high. And is it Moa, Sheba, Adel Steinson? Someone is beaten at the back post there. Let's try demand more now. And... well, we are just starting to run out of time here a little bit. Let's try shooting on sight. Let's try getting the ball into the box nice and early. And focus. That's not good. I just had that feel. It had that feel, didn't it? We were just not putting them away. And in the end, fallen asleep from a set piece and, yeah, drop points to the team that's bottom. So that's the way the league looks. We are 2 points behind HK now. We do still have a game in hand, so if we win that, and it is against another team in the bottom there, then that should be fine. But a team that has a negative 18 goal difference after 11 games, that feels like a missed opportunity. But like I say, we're still in a good spot, so we don't need to panic too much. But... there we go, 10 games unbeaten as well. That will do it for today. If you have enjoyed that, make sure you hit thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new. We won the game that mattered, and we'll come back next time for, well, that's a bit of a shame with HK. It's just the wrong side of the cup there, isn't it? So we'll come back for Starjinen. Don't know. And then Volsungur in the cup semi-final, neutral venue. And, well, let's see if we can get ourselves to our first cup final. And don't forget, any Viewer Player of the Year nominations, let me have them. Take care.